Hi, me again. Just wanted to have a chat with you guys today about some issues that came up during a one-on-one consultation that I had with a client of mine this morning. We were having a conversation about something that I like to do with my family, which is because I travel a lot and my husband works long hours and all the children play different sports, it's not often that we get to sit at the dinner table and have a meal together. So when we do, something important to us is we like to go around and we ask each person in the family, the children as well as me and my husband, what their highs and lows were for the day. So the children each answer one of the highs for the day. A lot of the time it's the small things like being together, having dinner, or going for a walk together. Or my youngest son often says one of his highs were going for a bike ride with my eldest son, Henry's, him and his friends. The girls do the same. It might be dancing, it might be eating together, and then they obviously give a low. Some of the times they don't have a low, which is wonderful, of course, but sometimes something might have happened at school that upset them, or something might have happened that mummy and daddy said something that upset them. But what I want to make important is that it is important to have these conversations with yourselves, as well as your friends, as well as your partners, and of course the children, because they each have feelings as well. When we're talking about living your true life and what it is that makes you you, communication is a big key, and it really does start with you, and it starts at home. So the conversation I was having with my client was my husband said his high for the day, and he also said his low. His low for that day was my son had played football in the morning and beat the team that he was playing 76-0. So my husband's low was that Henry's team beat the other team. So we all finished doing our highs and lows, and then we like to have a discussion about them. Why was it a high? Why was it a low? And why we need to talk about it, and just have a general open conversation while we're having our meal. And I said to the children, now, why do you think that was Daddy's low? Because I really wanted them to understand that as far as sportsmanship goes, it's not all about winning. Life isn't all about winning. It's about doing your absolute best on the day. At that moment, in that particular time and space, your absolute all. And that's what it's about, and that's what I wanted the children to understand. So I said to them, it's one thing to go out and win. It makes you feel amazing. It's incredible. I get that. But at the end of the day, I said to Henry, imagine if that was your team. Imagine if that was your team and those little kids played their all for the whole 45 minutes that they play. I'm not a big football person. I think it's 40 minutes. Anyway, so for the whole 40 minutes that they played, those kids didn't get one try in. So not only would that have made them feel sad, but it would make their mummies and daddies feel sad and their coaches feel sad. And my son said to me, he said it wasn't much fun just scoring tries all the time. And I, as a mother, was very proud of him for saying that, because it made me feel as though he understood the fact that you can't always get what you want. Life isn't meant to be easy. You do have to work at it, and as long as you have compassion and pure intent, you will get there. And so we went on to continue the conversation, and Henry said, that wouldn't be very much fun if we continued doing that. I said, no. I said, and what do you think would happen to you as a team? He said, we wouldn't get any better. And that's exactly right, and that's the point I want to make, is that when you're doing something day in and day out, it becomes mundane. You need to challenge yourself. You need to thrive. You need to reach new goals. You need to set goals higher than what it is that you're wanting to achieve right here and right now. And also understand that when you understand that it's not just about you in that time and space, and that there's always a greater purpose, something, a greater achievement ahead, that is where that self-awareness comes in. And that awakening, I guess you could say, of what it is inside you that's going to drive that passion that it is that you're looking for. So after having this conversation, the lady actually said to me, wow, she said, that's an incredible thing for you to actually be doing with your young family. And I said, the children really get a lot out of it, and it opens up conversation for me and my husband with the children as well. And she said, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? And I laughed. I don't have a problem with my age. I said to her, I'm 36. And she said, wow, she said, you're so young. And it left me pondering, because I get these questions a lot, because I do have 4 young children. I do work full-time hours. I do travel a lot, all of these things. And it left me with a question, which I'm sure you've all heard before, but it's a big one, and I want you to think about it and perhaps make some notes, and feel free to jump on board and make some comments, and hit me up with any questions. But the question I have for you is, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? Yeah, I know, deep. But really think about it. So many people say, oh, I wish I was 18 again. I wish I was 21 again. I would do this, I would do that. When I was 18, I could do this. But I want you to take that label of your age away. I don't think we should not be doing something because of our age. I don't think we should not be having conversations with our children because of their age. Assess and discern each situation. Absolutely, there are some conversations you can't have with children. There are some things that you need to protect them from. I absolutely agree. But try and take the labels away when you're having conversations, especially when it comes to age, because that's just another label you're giving yourself, and it's just another limitation that you're setting on who you are as a person and what it is that the universe has to offer you. There are so many opportunities out there that we miss and that we pass up because, oh, someone of my age can't do that. Oh, you're only 18. You won't know what I'm talking about. You won't be able to achieve that. Guess what? We can prove them all wrong. Take that age away. I, for one, don't wish I was 18 again. I don't. Like I said, I'm 36. I completely love where I'm at in this particular time and space, this day, as well as this week, this hour, this minute. You've got to look at life as basically what it is. Everything's a lesson. Everyone that comes in your path is there to teach you something. So see it for what it is and learn from it. Many people say to me, I wish I was 18 again because I'd do things differently. Well, no, you wouldn't be the person you are today if you had have done things differently. So we can't change the past. We can only live for the now and make goals for the future. So what I want you to do is really sit and think about how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were. But more importantly, think about, would it really matter? And I don't think it really does, because anything in life is achievable if you just put it out there and you work hard and you open those lines of communication. Remember, communication in anything, a personal goal, a relationship goal, a career goal, is key. So keep those lines of communication open. Jump on my Twitter, jump on my Facebook, jump on my Instagram, comment here on YouTube. I'd love to have any questions. Also, put any conversations out there that you'd like to have. If there's anything you want to ask me, anything particular you'd like me to talk to you about, I'd love to hear from you all. So I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Again, keep those lines of communications open. Take away those labels. Let's just start living for the now. Let's live our lives today. Goodbye.